Hello, hello, hello out there in the world wide web of internet spaces. Welcome back to the Lumpy Land Guide to Vulcan Verse. This is the Berserk Basics Intro, Volume 3. It's 3, right? 3! And this is a good video because we're gonna actually play the game Berserk. So let's play Berserk, shall we? Stop looking at my face. Let's look over here. Let's play Berserk. You can see that I have brought up Berserk at berserk.vulcanforge.com. I've signed in with my Lumpy Junior application. And before we go ahead and just click play, we're going to actually go to the duels section because we're going to play against the artificial intelligence today, not against other players, because I want to talk to you guys about what we're doing. When I click on artificial intelligence, or when I click on duels, the first thing I have to do here is select a deck. If you were with me for my last video, you can see up here I've got my new deck, which has all of 5 cards in it. I never finished making that deck. We'll go into doing that the next video on strategies. We're going to start with the new starting deck number 1. And I still have my Austriad Goat as my hero. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and move forward selecting. We've got that going on with this Austriad. And I'm going to practice with the artificial intelligence. The AI bot is not easy, but not hard. This is what you're going to see when you first start playing a game of regular Berserk. You're going to see joining, and you're going to come across this first splash screen, which is basically a choose screen. It tells me that I'm going to go first, which gives me good information inside the game, because I'm going to need a lava card with 1 or 0 to play something. Fortunately, I have 2 cards here that are 1s. Can't really play this card for a while, so I'm going to select this card. Can't really play this card for a little while, so I'm going to select these 2 cards. And with 23 seconds left before the game actually starts, I'm going to click on Done. When I click on Done, because it's an artificial intelligence on the other end, the game is going to immediately start this time. The other time around, your opponent might take the full time. So I'm going to click on Done. It's going to give me 2 new cards to replace those cards. One of the cards was exactly the same as the card I got rid of. It is my turn. We're going to go ahead and start first. So you can see the playing field in front of you. My cards are at the bottom, the opponent at the top. We've got a timer on the right-hand side of the screen. And above and below that, we've got the number 25 and 25. Those numbers indicate how many cards are left in each of those decks. 25 cards left in the deck, 5 cards in our current hand. So we're going to look at the cards in our hand. We've already seen them in the beginning screen. We know what they are. Great. Down here is also, you can see 1 of 10 down at the lower right side. And that's how many lava I can spend this particular round. I only have 1 lava to spend. Fortunately, I have 2 cards that cost 1 lava. I'm going to go ahead and grab a card with my mouse, grab it, hold it, drag it towards the playing field, and let go. Boom. It drops onto the playing field with a little zzzzzz. That means he's sleeping, so shh. I'm going to click end turn because I have no more things I can do on that turn. And my little guy is going to remain sleeping for a little time. As you can see, the artificial intelligence has very quickly used its 2 lava to bring out a warrior of Ares here. That's wonderful, and it's already my turn. So we're going to go ahead and move really quickly into this. You can see down at the bottom, I now have 2 out of 10 lava. Out of 10 means ultimately I can only get 10 lava per turn if the game goes that long. I have received another card. It is the Fortified card. I cannot use that card right now because I only have the 2 lava to spend. So looking at my hand, unfortunately, I only have this 1 card that I can actually play on this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring it out and I'm going to drop it down. It really doesn't matter at this point where I drop it down. You can see he's snoring. He's not going to be available till the next turn. But I do have this guy, which I dropped on the last turn, available. If I want, I can grab him with my mouse and I can create an attack pattern either towards this minion or towards this hero. I'm going to go ahead and select this minion and just go ahead and knock this guy off the board. By releasing the mouse, boom, he's gone. Why was he gone? Well, the minion that I dragged across, this exact minion that he just put up, had an attack power of 2 and a defense power of 1. The minion that I attacked had a defense of 2. Granted, it also had an attack power of 2, so when those two collided, both of those minions were destroyed. You could see my minion here, Joss the Helot. He's active now. He has an attack power of 1 and a defensive power of 1. If I were to choose to grab him and attack this minion, I can destroy this minion because it only has a defensive power of 1, regardless of its own attack power. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Boom. My minion is dead. His minion is dead. It's still my turn, and I still have 3 lava to pull up a new card, which I'm going to do right now. I think I'm going to bring up this confused card and drop it down. End turn, and we'll see what the AI does. Looks like the AI has buffed a card and attacked my confused card, leaving it wounded, but still in play. I have received a couple new cards for my turn. Let's see what I've got. I've got a spell card. I now have this immortal card. I, of course, want to get rid of the Spartan that he put down because I don't want that card available to attack my hero. So right away, I'm going to get rid of it. Boom. I don't like it. It's gone. What I'm going to do next is bring up this guy and drop him down with my 4 lava. He has no special abilities. He's just a decently defensive and offensive capable character. I'm going to end the turn and we'll see what happens. Again, my guy is sleeping. What do you know? The opponent put up the exact same character. Okay, here's what we're going to do this time around. We're going to drag this spell card out into the playing field and let go. It deals 2 damage to a random enemy card. There is only 1 enemy card in play, so we know exactly which enemy card it's going to deal 2 damage to. That enemy card has 5 hit points, but when I deal this damage, it's going to only have 3. And then I have a card on board. My minion over there on board has 3 attack powers. So now I can drop his attack to 3, attack with my minion. Because I have 3, he has 3 defense, I will destroy him. He only has 3 offense, and I have 5 defense. So my guy's going to stay, even though he now has only 2 defensive points left. I happen to have a card down here. Boom, the Shield of Ajax, worth 3 lava, and I have 3 lava left for this turn. I'm going to drop him into play. When I drop him into play, he lets me give an additional card 1 health. With this arrow, I can select this card, give him 1 additional health, and slightly rebuff him for the next turn. While you're waiting, if you're deciding what cards have you played, you can always click on the graveyard and see which cards of your deck you have played. Okay, now that I come back, he's played very quickly because he is a bot. Remember, he's very fast. Okay, so he has dropped a taunt card. You can tell it's a taunt card. It has a flat top on the top of the card. It has a defensive capability of 4. I have an offensive capability of only 3. So attacking it with just this card is not going to get rid of that taunt card, unfortunately. So can I buff my card in any way? I don't have any cards that give me additional powers in terms of buffing. I do have 6 lava points which I can spend. I'm going to go ahead and just drop this fortified card out here. And the only thing I can do, I cannot attack the hero, as you can see, but I can attack this taunt card and do some damage to it and hopefully get rid of it on the next turn. That's why taunt cards are so effective. He basically blocked me from using my turn. And it looks like he just made a move I would not have made. We're going to talk about strategies in the next game. This game is really about basics itself. If you may have just noticed, my fortified card, although it was knocked down to 2 hit points, it gained an additional hit point at the beginning of my turn, like it does at the beginning of each of my turns, because that's what power it has. All right, I'm going to bring up this taunt card of my own and a stun card of my own. Now, you can bring up cards at the beginning of your turn, and you can bring up cards at the end or in the middle of your turn. Sometimes it makes no difference. Sometimes it makes a huge difference depending on what your gameplay is. If you decide to use one of your minions to attack another character, and then it gets damage, you can then bring another minion on board, which would then heal that minion afterwards. So the order with which you attack is a huge deal. Right now, this card is going to have to attack my taunt card on its next turn. So I'm going to use this card and do some damage to the actual hero. Right up there, boom. The hero has 27 now points instead of 30, and it's a race to 0. So we really want to get that hero down as fast as we can. Again, strategies are going to be in the next video, but I tend to prefer to overwhelm my opponents if I can. All right, looks like the bot has put up one of the immortal cards, so it's a good thing I got some damage in on the hero when I could. I can no longer damage the hero until I get rid of that immortal card. As you can see, it's blocking me from doing so. What I am going to show you now is this wonderful stun card. The stun card, and we'll use it here, will stop this card from doing further damage. You can see it's now red and kind of goofy looking. You can see also when I attack with my Dryad's Heart, it currently has 3 hit points left. It would normally have now 2 hit points, but that card was stunned, so it did no damage. All right, I'm going to go ahead with my opinion and keep attacking the hero, and I'm going to put my own hero protection up, and I'm going to just stack the field right there. All right. If you didn't notice, I also put a spell on the stun card that the bot had left. Okay. All right, the bot is throwing everything at me. It's trying to get rid of that immortal card. I do not like, never have liked rage cards put against me, so I'm going to get rid of this rage card. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stun the rage card first, like that. I'm going to then bring up all right, and I buffed this card, and now I'm going to do some attack moves. Attack with this. I'm going to attack with this. I'm going to bring up my own rage card. Oh yeah, and I've got a witches card. Now, this is not a deck that I've created on my own. This is a starting deck, so I'm going through it, and I'm finding all sorts of nice little surprises. On the next video, we're going to talk about specifics in terms of not just strategy of gameplay, but strategy in creating your deck and why you would want to use certain cards in certain directions depending on your preferred gameplay. Right now, I am gaining a lot of firepower on deck. He only has 15 hit points left. So I'm going to do everything I can to overwhelm and take over the game right now. I'm going to hit him with everything I've got. I've got a 6. I've got 3 here. Got 3 here. Look at this. My math is correct. This 3, boom. And we've already gotten rid of my opponent's hero. So just like that, I've won the game. If you were playing on regular league, you'd be getting 10 experience points for that right now. If you're playing right now, you're going to get 20 experience points for that because it's double experience points time. Anyway, so that's the game of Berserk. That's the very basics of moving your cards in and out of Berserk. That's the very basics of what the timers mean, what the lava means, how to attach spells from different cards to other cards. I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. Next time we're going to talk about strategies, about what cards you want to play when, what cards are better to buff other cards with, and how to create your very own decks inside of the free-to-play league so that when Season 2 kicks off in Berserk, coming right around the corner, you're going to be ready to go and you're going to get your fair share of what I assume is going to be a hefty, hefty prize pool. All right, until next time, Hades smells funny. Press 2 to forage, and I want to see you in Berserk. Don't be afraid if my name pops up there, because I'm actually not really quite good at Berserk. So you're probably going to beat me. So that'll be fun, right? You get to beat me. All right.